In the last few weeks, I've been noticing YouTube pushing a set of videos from a particular channel that are titled like, "If you don't laugh, you're liberal. If you laugh, you're conservative." That's the shtick. And it's a channel called Conservative Vibes. I'll combine all this together into a title of some kind that's not very clever, but will actually get the point across of what I'm covering. I'm going to be covering not the videos, because the titles tell you that it's supposed to be humorous strings of memes off the internet. Not my work. I'm just doing commentary on it. Just answering question style, or excuse me, just asking question style. So here on WAPTEC's YouTube channel, we just answer questions instead of just asking them. ConservativeVibes.com and YouTube.com/@for-stand or @for-stand or @ that's not what it's called, I'm joking. Conservative Vibes YouTube channel. 500,000 subscribers, just under 1,000 vids, 250,000 views since December 2nd, 2022 when the channel started. Conservative Vibes posts are what I'm going to do. I look at what people post because on social media, the only thing consistent between almost all social media is the ability to post a pure textual, or is it, heterotextual. You're allowed to post text. And if you can post text at all, whether it's comments under a video or an actual posting area, community tab, whatever they called it at the time, this will be where people post what is referred to as properly low-effort postings. You see, videos require editing, or in my case, absolutely none. I just do several takes. This is my second take of this video. Actually, okay, it's the third one. But when you post text, you just type it, maybe put a link in it. Even though YouTube will go out of its way to make it really hard to post stuff. Like, they really make it difficult to use the posting feature. It's almost like they don't want you to communicate in a way that is less effort, not low effort, but less strenuous. Let's move on. 3 weeks ago, so since it doesn't give us the time and date stamp, which would take less bytes and would be unambiguous because YouTube says, fuck you for trying to, yeah. So we're going to say it's June 1st-ish or thereabouts, so 3 weeks ago. Excited not to turn anything rainbow this June. Well, you need to eat more Skittles. You don't just taste the rainbow. So, yeah, the channel is cosplaying at bare minimum. Conservative Vibes is cosplaying as being a we came, we saw, we triggered the libs, owning the libs kind of channel. If you're not aware of it, that's a very lucrative thing to do that, because the way you make internet points or even money is you do whatever will get repeat business, just like in any other thing. And conservatives, no matter how lame shit is, desperately need to have their belief systems propped up when reality slaps them in the face like a wet fish. So this person could be Conservative Vibes being totally a conservative, or is it? And then you play back the music from do X-Files theme if you want to. Or this person's exploiting the conservatives. Like, literally everything in here doesn't buck a particular worldview. Or maybe it does. Let's continue. 2 weeks ago, we're going to be looking at June 10th-ish, 2026. Posting, get ready for blue cities to burn. Are you threatening to burn towns down that have a particular political orientation, or that they'll self-ignite, self-emolliate? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's not emollient. Karmelo Anthony Verdict was guilty. Or should have been Karmelo Anthony Guilty Verdict. Would have been grammatically easier. That's annoying to say it. I include equal signs because I'm a geek. But anyway, yeah, the presumption is that there will be rioting, or are you saying that it's time to attack blue cities? This is, the AI algorithm will assume that you're making a terroristic threat. For those who don't know, Karmelo Anthony is a person who was accused of and convicted of murdering Austin Metcalf, I do believe. Now, this is something that I blew past me a while ago. If you're not aware of it, inside of the United States, a serious criminal accusation requires a longer period of time in court, even though honestly I wonder why in some cases, and usually can take, months or years for somebody to get a guilty verdict. But anyway, some lies told, and let's figure out what they're used for. Is it left or right lying about something? Let's play that game. Again, this is all part of the formula. I've done a video a long time ago on the formula. Claim. Karmelo Anthony's family set up a legal defense fund for donations. Okay, that actually happened. As of April 25th, they had not withdrawn any money. But the Daily Mail made a claim that they were using it to buy a car and a house worth $900,000. This, of course, turned out to be false. Now, again, was that to promote the cause on a left or right side? Who would have most reason to lie about this? Because the Daily Mail, if you're not aware of it, is absolutely freakishly notorious for not just reporting things wrong because they made a mistake or were misinformed, but just making up shit and lying. And if you insist on defending the Daily Mail, why? That says something about you, maybe. But for me, they're a garbage source. I have to find out where they got the information from. 90% of the time, they don't say why when they're lying. When they're not lying, they actually put it right there. Well, we were told this by such and such. Sometimes they lie and still give you the source, so I can track it down. I find out who ultimately lied originally. All I look for is who lied. The next thing is Twitter, X. An account impersonated a police chief in Frisco. It's just listed as Frisco. And had a fake autopsy report for Austin Metcalf, who was apparently the victim of this murder. Okay, all right. Again, what would it contain? Was it something that would appeal to the left-wingers or the right-wingers? Why is this being reported on a channel that says, basically, I don't like rainbows this June or whatever, and calls themselves Conservative Vibes? Is Conservative Vibes able to post that Donald Trump is suppressing the Jeffrey Epstein files and that that's a deal breaker? Or is this person doing the formula? Or is it even a person? AI's gotten good enough now that now we don't have the ability to discern humans from non-humans because the voice AI utilities are gotten better, like ridiculously so, and so the video alterations, so yeah. But I'm pretty sure this is a real human being running the Conservative Vibes channel, and pretty sure that they're doing the social media formula of being a chunk of copium for everybody who clicks their heels and says there's no place like Homeland. Let's move on. I carry for religious reasons. This is another one that was, another post, and it shows a cartoon of somebody who is a very obvious member of a group of people that does get recognized in Britain and several other countries for being allowed to carry a knife, ceremonial purposes, but I carry for religious reasons is what it says. And then the next frame says, so do I, or something to that effect, with a person holding a rifle. Now this rifle could be an AK-47, AR-15, but the individual Conservative Vibes post, this is my ceremonial AR-15. Coincidentally, there's a religious group of people that literally says the AR-15 or the AK-47, I think it's the AR-15 this year, is part of their religious right to ceremonially show this gun as a symbol of power. And it's a cult. It's referred to as a cult. And it's not MAGA. It's actually another group of people that you might want to look into. I'll leave a link if I can find it. For some reason, I couldn't find it. Maybe somebody's finally deleted their Wikipedia page. Muslims are not religiously required to carry weapons, or they're not able to claim for religious reasons they should have a weapon. That's been denied in some places. I had to run through and look this up a long time ago. Can't find it currently, but at one time they were told, no, you can't do that. And it may have been just because someone didn't like their religion, or it was considered them carrying the weapon for violence reasons, or whatever. But they don't have that anywhere. that's been recognized because they couldn't provide justification. This is the last time I checked, which was 8 years ago. I could be completely wrong by now. No, the image actually shows very specifically it's a Sikh. They must be able to defend others. It's for defense of the group and the population and the tribe and the village. And even if they're in a foreign land, if someone is being harmed, they are duty bound to defend that person. It's actually the actual reason for the martial concept. They're obligated to carry a kirpin, which is a specific shape. The cartoon depicts a straight-backed blade with a very sharp angle because someone either drew the cartoon badly or they knew better. And the rest of it is clearly a Sikh. I mean, even in cartoon form, you can tell this is a Sikh. In fact, someone might have said, hey, do this as an AI. It looks AI. At least I got the number of fingers right for a cartoon, finally. Right? You might have to look at it. Links below the description. But anyway, it got the blade, in my opinion, kind of correct, but it's clearly a Sikh, not a Muslim. Now, this is a trap posting. As again, this person, Conservative Vibes, says, this is my ceremonial AR-15. And again, ironically, that's actually associated with a cult that's completely unrelated to what you might know about. Or maybe the person does know. Maybe that's their double entendre with a backflip joke. The other part of it is the I carry for religious reasons meme either demonstrates the following 4D chess move. This is a conservative posting a picture of a Sikh, assuming it's a Muslim, which is what every liberal is supposed to immediately say because you didn't look it up. Or the other option is this person's aware it's a Sikh and is commenting on religious exceptions being granted in Britain and it ending up being bad because people would claim to be Sikh that weren't as a defense and it didn't work very well. That and the fact that they had blades that were suspiciously just a shiv and claimed it was a ceremonial kirpin. Look up what the damn thing looks like. You can also get, ironically in Britain, very problematic, as they say, outfits to dress up as a Sikh for the equivalent to Halloween or whatever, for costume parties. And a lot of them had that same shape, so it looks like somebody cosplaying as a Sikh. But somehow this is Muslim. This is also exploiting making fun of Brits. You need a license for that, etc. So that could be a 4D chess movie you would assume that Conservative Vibes is doing. And I'd really like to, if you're out there watching this channel, why would you be watching my YouTube channel? This is bullshit. Were you trying to do this as a 4D chess move, double backflip with a plie at the end kind of joke? Because this has more than one layer? Or did you just type in the meme and get one that clearly refers to Sikhs? I mean, I could be wrong. This is a cartoon version of it. I could be interpreting it wrong, obviously. But again, Sikhs are obligated to protect others, even in the presence of marshals and police and such, which makes them very problematic to totalitarian governments, and specific governments have outlawed them being able to walk around like that. And now Waptec pulls a penguins. I'm going to try to find it. Here it is, in the dark. I have to be able to do things in the dark if you're not aware of it. I also have to be able to do everything I do one-handed, blind, deaf. So this is my pocket knife I was legally allowed to carry on the plane to Amsterdam. They asked me why I was carrying this, and I said it's for my right to freedom of speech. I whittled nibs and sharpened my fingernails. I also have, for belief system reasons, a P38 because I don't want to die in a room full of steel cans full of food and not be able to open one. But I'm not a Sikh. Conservative Vibes, if you want to comment on why the hell you did this. Were you doing a 4D chess move? Or are you demonstrating ignorance? Are you just a trap? Is this just part of the formula? Are you a plant? Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. This video has been totally useless. It's comedic based. Ha ha ha. Are you really making fun of the the obvious traps that Russia left behind for people to get caught in so they would get caught out and recorded. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. You'll need